Hi there, from Disney Springs.
Hi there.
We're at Disney Springs for no reason in particular, but we're gonna have some dinner. We have a Blaze Pizza gift card that we actually got in the mail for Brennan's birthday.
Thank you, Jeffer.
That you got for your birthday that you were gonna be using, and I am going to be going to D-Luxe Burger to have some dinner, but then in between all of that, I don't know what we're doing. We parked in the orange garage instead of the lime garage. I think it's a not-so-scary party Halloween night, so it might be a little bit busy at Disney Springs, but it might not. We'll find out. All right, so we are out of the garage, made it through security, and I think we're heading over to Raglan Road. We went to Raglan Road for Brennan's birthday, but we were waiting for her parents to have dinner at Morimoto, and they had some pretty good deals and portions. And speaking of Morimoto, passing by that right now, and this is Raglan Road. So we didn't make the happy hour, but they still have some pretty nice beers here. So these are the beverages that we got. I got a watermelon lime cider, and then Brennan got a Guinness, and these are absolutely massive. This is the biggest beer I think I've ever gotten at Disney. Just for reference of how big these are, look at this, Brennan. Let me see how big yours is. Wow. So we are going to get dinner very soon, but first we're heading over to World of Disney. All right, we've made it past the Lego store and we're heading into World of Disney to see if they have Lorcana. I don't think that they do, because if they did, it would be pretty much everywhere, all over social media, because it's very difficult to find, but we're here to check. So Brennan went up and asked if they have Lorcana, and they do not. Lorcana's supposed to be restocked, I think, relatively soon. They're still trying to like meet that demand for Lorcana, but we'll see. It's not here, at least. We're over in the Disney 100 collection right now. Pretty soon, I don't think it's going to be this. It's probably going to be the Halloween section that's over there. That's going to be Christmas very soon. Halloween's just a few days away. So we're outside of Disney Springs, and we are heading over to D-Tech because Brennan, you need a new phone case. She doesn't need a new phone case, but she's had a generic one since she got her new phone. Android, am I right? So it's sort of interesting. It looks like they only make iPhone cases now at D-Tech. There are no Android cases. We're over at the vaults now, and they have a pretty cool backpack here of a Goofy movie. I like this shirt too. And then there's a back to it as well. It's cool, right? Really anything vintage Walt Disney's Disneyland is awesome. And then this, which we saw in person. Isn't that cool? I didn't know you could articulate it. That's really neat. Whoops, that's expensive. Okay, so I think we're heading over to the Lava Lounge, maybe? We haven't been over there together in a while. Sorry they didn't have a Samsung phone case for you there, Brennan. I don't know what that's about. They used to.
Okay, like, yes, comment with all the jokes that I have an Android, blah, 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 blah. They're missing out on a lot of money by not opening up to people that have Androids. Like, I know we're not as popular as Android or as iPhones, but like,
they used to.
That's a lot of money you're missing out on.
So it looks like Rainforest Cafe is under a refurbishment, but Brennan, where's the Lava Lounge? Do you know where the Lava Lounge is? Any idea? I don't know.
I'm lost.
Let's like head in this direction and let's see maybe if we can potentially find the Lava Lounge. What? Okay, so we're heading inside the Lava Lounge. That was all just a funny joke. It was the worst laugh ever. There's an amp car driving past us, and we are at a table right now just right next to the water. The sun has started to go down. There's the boathouse way over there, and Saratoga Springs, which they're the water taxis back there. We're just sitting next to the bar. So Brennan got this Rainforest Cafe strawberry margarita, which comes in this souvenir margarita cup. And I was here with some friends a little while ago, and I got this one. So we are about to be halfway to completing our, I don't know, margarita collection, apparently. And then I got this rainbow colada right there. So yay for trying some new drinks, I guess.
The water force is like always a thing.
I think it's always a thing.
Gotta go to Yak and Yeti.
We gotta go to Yak and Yeti and then T-Rex Cafe.
Okay, so we got our drinks, and I guess we're both feeling really pink right now.
Yeah, I'm like excited. I'm a collectible sort of a person.
Yeah.
You know, so now having two of these, I'm unnecessarily excited to like get the T-Rex one and then the Yak and Yeti one, which is like an excuse to go back to Yak and Yeti because we love Yak and Yeti so much at Animal Kingdom. So it'd be cool to go back there and have like an excuse to go.
And we just like having knickknacks, and to have this like on our bar set up where the green one is,
right?
It'd be kind of cool.
We need to like display our Trader Sam's stuff a little bit better. It's like in a cabinet in our house. So we need to like, we should put that on the bar. That's overdue. Yeah.
Not a bad
We are
idea.
gonna eat some dinner after this.
Yes.
Yeah. sitting right over here in the lava lounge. But it sounds like the volcano is erupting, but it is not actually erupting because of all of this scaffolding. But it's making all of the eruption sounds. I was wondering if it was going to, but that would not make sense at all. The lounge is getting a little bit popular back there now, but we are heading over to get some dinner. I think Brennan's going to be going to, oh God, where's she going? She's going to Blaze Pizza, and I'm going to D-Luxe Burger. That's where we just were, right down there, having some drinks by the water. The swirls on the water, which they have some new, I think new like Dole Whip selections. But I don't know, this is like a very much so dessert drink. The sun has almost set. It's about to be dark here very soon at Disney Springs. But we are hungry. We'll have to come back to Disney Springs to go to T-Rex Cafe to get our next one of these.
I make a joke. I'm like, you want to go to T-Rex?
No. We're back over by Morimoto. This is the line for Gideon's, which is sort of surprisingly short. So we have to try to figure out who's going to be a little bit more, I don't know, expedited with their dining experience to go meet up with the other one. So Brennan's going to Blaze, and I'm going over to D-Luxe Burger. It looks pretty busy here. Okay, so just based on table availability, I'm going to D-Luxe Burger. Brennan's going over to Blaze, and she's going to meet me back over here. So I'm getting the beef Wellington burger, I think, and then the pumpkin pie shake. So I'm sitting at a table, and Brennan has her pizza from Blaze Pizza. What'd you get there, Brennan?
I got my usual. I got my Alfredo with the pesto on the high-rise crust with my goat cheese and bacon bits.
That looks delicious. And then I got this. This is the beef Wellington burger, which is 2 pressed signature blend patties, crispy prosciutto, mushroom deluxes, Gruyere, and horseradish aioli on an herb puff pastry bun. Whew, that was a struggle to read that. That looks like incredible. This is the new burger that they have here.
Okay, so honestly, D-Luxe burgers are always like super thick and messy looking. This one actually looks like thin and clean. And
yeah, I'm excited about the bun for this one. And then I got the pumpkin pie shake. So this is a vanilla gelato blended with pumpkin pie mixed caramel sauce, pumpkin spice, and graham cracker crumbles topped with whipped cream and pumpkin spice. Brennan really lucked out because this line was not here earlier, so that was very convenient. Okay, now we are crossing the bridge. It's pretty dark right now, but we just finished up with dinner, our respective dinners. Brennan's bringing home her pizza, and I'm bringing home my shake. So we are heading over to the Candy Cauldron, I think, the little candy shop that's way over here. Also, you liked your pizza. You always like your pizza.
I always get the high-rise crust, and this is the most high I've ever seen this crust rise, and I am for it. I loved it.
But my beef Wellington burger, I thought it was the most bland burger I have ever had at D-Luxe Burger.
It was a good burger,
The
but
flaky, like, what was it? Like a croissant
it was
bun?
like a croissant bun.
It was delicious, but that was the highlight of it. I was very unimpressed. And then the aioli, like the horseradish aioli.
Like if you got a good burger, it was a good burger, but if you got a beef Wellington burger, there was no beef Wellington to
It wasn't like
at all.
rare. It was well done, I think. I don't know. I was disappointed, which is like, I mean, it was still, let me like backtrack a little bit. It was still a good burger, but it was the most disappointing burger that I've had from D-Luxe Burger.
For like a
Does that make sense?
Would consider like a themed burger, it was pretty
Yeah.
disappointing.
Yeah, but this is good. Yay. We're passing by Disney Style right now, which still has some Halloween merchandise inside. And we're heading all the way down to the Candy Cauldron, which should be like, there it is right there. These used to be so much more themed than it is now. This just feels like a very Halloween themed place to go inside, so
Scared me.
that's what we're doing. Isn't this sort of Halloween themed, more or less, inside here with all of the apples and the candy and the decor? I don't know, I've never really come inside here before, very rarely, so it's cool to just come inside and explore. So for $6.49, I got the candy apple. So I guess I got something Halloween themed, right?
I've never gotten a candy apple.
They're making them right over here in the window. That's pretty cool. There they are. I don't know if I want to eat this here or at home when I can cut it up because it's a very hard, like, apple. But said it's probably going to be safer at home. So I think we're going to go ahead and go home so I can use my apple cutter on this. And then also what I think I want to do is learn how to play Lorcana. Finally, the Not So Scary crowd is starting to show up here at Disney Springs, so we're trying to take that as our cue to exit. We've been putting off learning how to play Lorcana for a while, and I think it's finally time to learn how to play it, right? She said yeah. Wait, I'm sorry. It was facing me. What'd you say?
I said, especially now since we both have starter decks, like it would be the best time to start learning together.
Okay, so we're heading back to the car now. So we're going to continue this at home and learn Lorcana, finally. So we've made it back home. Brennan is putting her cards into her card slavers, but I have this that we got from one of the quick start decks that we got. They were 3 starter decks, and we ended up getting all 3 of them. But so this is the quick start rules for Disney Lorcana. As an Illuminator in the wondrous realm of Lorcana, you'll wield magical ink to summon new versions of Disney characters and items, which are called glimmers. These glimmers, some familiar, some fantastic, will help you as you race across Lorcana to find and collect missing pieces of lore. Endless quests await. Your Lorcana deck can have a mix of 3 types of cards: characters, actions, and items. So characters, you'll send character glimmers on quests and into challenges. Some have special abilities. Items, item glimmers stay in play when you play them and give you special abilities during the game. And then actions give you a one-time advantage and are then discarded. And then there are also songs. Songs are a type of action, and you can play just one like any other action by paying its cost and resolving its effect. But that's not your only option. Some characters can sing the song for you, so you don't have to pay the ink. So this is the game overview. In this game, you race to collect pieces of lore scattered across Lorcana and collect them for safekeeping. Summon glimmers of Disney characters and items along the way to help with quests, hinder your opponents, and challenge opposing characters. With the right strategy and a bit of luck, you can preserve your collected lore against future threats. And then winning, your goal is to be the first player to collect 20 or more lore. Some card abilities give you lore, but the most common way to gain lore is by playing characters and sending them on quests. And then these are all the different parts of a card: the cost, the ink icon, the name, the classifications, the ink, the abilities and effects, the ink key, the strength, willpower, and then the lore value. And this is talking about setting up your deck to learn how to play. And then this is the back, which showcases all of these specifics about playing the game, playing a card, questing and challenging, damage, building a deck, taking a turn. This looks a little bit complicated. I've heard really good aspects about this game and the playability of it and just how easy it is to learn. So hopefully we somewhat learn how to play this. So we're sitting at the kitchen table now, and we have our how to play guide over here. We each have this, which is what's supposed to tell us where our deck, a discard, cards in play, inkwell, and lore are. We have our respective decks over here, and we did get the pre-made decks. So let's see, I have a ruby and an emerald deck, and then Brennan has the amber and the amethyst starter deck. And then we have the apple that I got at Disney Springs all cut up there and ready to enjoy. And we have our markers over here for our lore, and we are going to try to learn how to play this. So this says, playing the game, a turn is divided into 2 parts. Each player takes their whole turn before passing the turn to the next player. On your turn, take these steps in order. Beginning phase: ready, set, and draw. Ready your exerted cards by turning them upright. Set, check for effects that happen at the start of your turn and follow their instructions. Draw a card from the top of your deck. The first player skips this step on their first turn. And then it leads into main phase. Once per turn, you can put a card face down into your inkwell at any time. Additionally, you can take any actions listed below any number of times in any order you want. This allows you to take full advantage of what your cards can do in combination with other effects. Play a card, use a character ability that doesn't require them to exert, use an item ability, take an action with a character that's been in play since the start of your turn. These include quest, challenge an opponent's exerted character, use an ability that requires them to exert. And I have both player guides here for both of our respective decks. So mine is the Emerald and Ruby starter deck, and then Brennan's is the Amber and Amethyst deck. Again, this just talks about the specifics of the cards that we have in our respective decks. The Emerald and Ruby deck will reward skillful combinations of cards and adapting to your opponent's plays. The Amber and Amethyst deck will reward bold, decisive plays and skillfully timed combos. Woo! This is kind of a lot, so it might have been a little bit ambitious to attempt to learn an entire new trading card game this late at night because it is getting very late, but we now understand the rules and the mechanics of the game. We have not started to play quite yet, but we're learning how to play Lorcana, which is something that is honestly pretty overdue, in my opinion. We both have our starter decks and our card sleeves that we've either been given in the mail or purchased, and I'm excited to learn. I've heard very good aspects about this game in terms of just the playability of it and just how anybody can learn it, and that it's a very easy game, and as somebody who's played Yu-Gi-Oh!, which can be a little bit more complicated than Pokemon, which is, in my opinion, pretty easy to learn how to play that, this hopefully should be somewhere like right in the middle. And once we learn how to play it, once we dedicate a significant amount of time to learn how to play it, and we've been looking at videos online and tutorials and just all of the different information that they gave us with the starter decks, with the various stuff that we've purchased. I purchased gift sets with this. I have yet to find any troves or even individual booster packs that are MSRP. Hopefully that'll happen at some point. But we're learning how to play Lorcana, and that was the entire point of tonight, is just to start that process. But tonight was our trip to Disney Springs just to have some dinner and a couple drinks and just walk around. We haven't been to Disney Springs in a little bit. Just one last trip, I guess, before Halloween, before Christmas arrives at Disney World. So thank you for watching. We will see you soon. Have a great day, and goodbye.